Today we're going over one of the most underrated and overlooked cars in GTA Online history. Here we have the Entity XF, which was released alongside the initial game of Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online. So this car is super OG, but again, it is one of the most overlooked and probably one of the most forgotten vehicles in GTA Online history. And it's not because of performance or how it looks, because this car is a beast. You can't even buy the Entity in GTA Online anymore. But when the game first came out, there was two very popular supercars, the Adder and the Entity. But since the Adder and Entity had very similar prices, more people chose the Adder because of the top speed and acceleration. But since the Adder was only $100,000 more than the Entity XF on the Legendary Motorsport website, people would rather just wait till they have the extra cash to buy the best and fastest car in the game at the time. So a lot of people didn't even think about spending $800,000 when they could have just saved up a little bit extra to get the Adder. And now, like I said, you can't even buy the Entity on the website. It's literally gone. It was a part of the big pool of vehicles that were taken out of the game for whatever reason. So literally the only way you can get this vehicle is from the prize wheels and spin the wheel challenge, or by getting it at the LS car meet from another player in the game. But today I'm going to be showing you guys all the different customizations to make you want to get this car. It is definitely a car that you should have in your garages at this point. One of the key selling points on the Entity XF was the insane acceleration that it had. At the time when the game first came out, and even after 2 or 3 years after the game released, this was one of the best cars to use in races like Down the Drain and Criminal Records. The acceleration was by far the best out of any supercar in the game. But like I was saying, the top speed wasn't as good as the Adder, which made more people want to buy the Adder over this Entity. And once the Zentorno came out, it came even more and more overlooked as people were just buying the new supercars as the updates were starting to roll out. And since you can't buy this car anymore, I just think it's going to be even more rare, more sought after to actually put in your garages. Especially if you're not an OG player like most people are in GTA Online, this is definitely a car that will impress people to this day. So looking at the different customizations, there's 20 different categories, which is actually pretty insane considering this is a 2013 vehicle. Normally we don't get a lot of upgrades and customizations from cars way back when the game first released. But even with 20 different categories for this car, you're going to see a lot of these categories don't have many options because it is an OG vehicle. So heading into the bodywork, you only have one different option to add custom side vents or to have none. Heading into our front bumper, again, you only have 2 different options to choose from. There's the stock bumper, which honestly doesn't look that bad, but then you have a decked out splitter with twin canards. So obviously for the most customization possible, you're going to want to put this one on. And then the rear bumper, it's the same again. You can add the carbon rear diffuser, which is actually pretty well known throughout all of the different vehicles in this game. This is one of the top options that people probably go for. For the exhaust, you get the triple exit exhaust, a dual exit exhaust, and then just the stock. And again, for the most possible customizations, we're going with the triple exit exhaust. For our skirts, we have carbon skirts or the stock skirts. Obviously, we went with the carbon, and this car has a lot of different carbon aspects to it, so it doesn't look that bad. And for our spoiler, once again, there are only 2 different options to choose from. So yes, we did a lot of categories, which is sweet, but we don't get enough different options to choose from. Like I said in recent car videos that I've done for this channel, I would love for Rockstar to just add an update to where we can have more customizations for different cars. But back to this Entity, we have the carbon wing, and then with no spoiler, again, it doesn't look terrible, but the wing, it just adds so much more to this vehicle. And then we get another carbon aspect to it. For our suspension, we have the competition suspension. We lowered this thing all the way down to the ground, and as you can see, the wheels are still intact. Sometimes when you lower the suspension on different cars, it just looks really stupid, but for the Entity, it looks actually really good. It fits perfectly. And then for our wheels, we have sport wheels. We have the S Racer wheels. These look insane with the Entity, and there's a lot of different options that you can actually choose from. And we also added the custom tires. Again, when I was customizing this vehicle back in 2013, this was my racing car that I would use for literally every single race. And then obviously we have the limo windows, and that is what we have for the customizations. Again, again, pretty basic customizations, but when you look at this car and take out all the different aspects that we added and say we put on every stock customization possible, this car looks completely different from the stock version, which I guess is a plus. But again, I would love Rockstar to add an update to where we have more options to choose from when customizing our cars. This still looks really nice, but it could be a little bit better. But like I was saying, the Entity XF is one of my favorite cars in the entire game. It's been in my main garage ever since the game came out. Let me know what you guys think about the Entity XF in the comments below. And if anyone is looking to get this car, please leave your gamer tag in the comments below and I will hit you up so we can go to the LS car meet and I can gift it to you. But that is all that I have for today's video. Leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new. I upload GTA videos every single week and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.